In today's Tech Check, a frightening but important topic for all parents to be aware of. Anonymous apps are all fun and games until they're used for the wrong reasons by the wrong people. Last month's Amber Alert in South Ogden was a rude awakening for one father that had this to say about kids' social media use.
Be aware of what your children are doing online. Keep up with them, spy on them. You know, I mean, this could have been a death.
It's an issue that Deseret News columnist Amy Iverson says is often overlooked and easily underestimated. This got parents' attention like nothing else. I mean, you hear a parent like that opening up his heart and sharing this frightening situation. Bring us up to speed on what happened here.
Yeah, well, we all got the buzz on our phone. It's that buzz, you know what it means. Someone's been abducted. And in this case, what they found out is that this 11-year-old kid had been talking to this 37-year-old man online for weeks, hundreds of pages of conversations between these two. And so the suspicion right at this point is that he enticed this 11-year-old boy out of his bed in the middle of the night to meet him.
We don't hear about these situations often, fortunately. However, the statistics surprised me. How common is it for teens to physically meet with someone they've been communicating with online?
Well, when I started looking into it, I was sick to my stomach because it was pages after pages just this year of kids meeting up. And the numbers we know are 30% admit to meeting up with someone they met online.
30% blew my mind.
And those are the ones admitting it. You can imagine the number is higher, but this is all teen ages. This kid isn't even a teenager yet, but this is before they verified who this person was. It was an acquaintance online, and then they made a face-to-face meeting.
So you mentioned all teenagers, all age ranges susceptible to this type of fraud.
Yes, and professionals will tell you age 13 to 15, very vulnerable, they're impressionable, easily flattered by adults. And so when that happens, if they know it's an adult, that can be something that is attractive to them. Girls especially, they say, with older men. And we know statistically that the biggest amount of sexual exploitation offers coming from adults happens to 13-year-olds.
13 in particular. Well, you mentioned, the pages and pages of correspondence. Even if you are being diligent and checking your child's correspondence, their Facebook page, their interactions online, there's these anonymous apps we hear about that leave parents feeling even more vulnerable. What can you tell us about those?
I feel like I've been banging this drum for a long time, but these anonymous apps are scary. They're apps like, you may have heard of them, Whisper, Ask FM, Kik is one, Yik Yak. These are ones where you don't know maybe who you're talking to. Maybe it's just a geographical area. And one of them, Omegle, shouts it. This is their tagline: talk to strangers. And so really, kids are thinking it's cool to meet up with people they might be from a different town or might be someone they don't know in their own town. These are dangerous.
So if you're looking at your child's phone, you're looking for apps of those names.
Look for those apps. Take them off.
And if you're having a hard time reasoning with your children, if they're saying, oh my gosh, Mom, every teenager has this app, it's not a big deal, you say put forward the legal consequences.
Well, until my kids hit 13, I loved being able to use this excuse because there's a federal regulation that kids under 13 should not be on social media. Why is that? Because once they hit 13, all the doors open, and these companies can collect all sorts of information on your kids, where they are when they put that post. They can get their photos, their audio, phone numbers. But under age 13, the federal government has said, no, you're not allowed to do that. So if you go on and lie and allow your kid to get an Instagram account when they're 11 or 12, then that's open to that company to get all of that information on your kids. So use that. Say, it's the law. Sorry,
if
it's
you have
the law.
At the very end of the day, if that's the only excuse you have, play that card. Play that card on the table. This is such an important issue. I think parents really appreciate your reassuring voice, too, because you're in the tech world. You're also a parent. You help us bridge both of those situations. And you wrote about this exact topic in this week's Deseret News.
It's hard. And you heard that dad say spy on your kids. I mean, I would use the word maybe monitor. Snoop is a word I like. But you do have to do that. It's hard as a parent. But yeah, I have all these apps and other resources on DeseretNews.com/Amy.
How often are you checking your kids?
Nightly.
Nightly.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah,
but you got to do it.
Amy, thank you so much.